Hi everyone, hope you are all well. I find myself back in a place I was very recently. I think it was the last video actually. But there's no shame and certainly no harm in coming back to the same place. As we know in landscape photography, everything changes as the seasons change. I'm down here between Blackness Castle and the Forth Road bridges again on the coast. I'm in the woodland just now, but the coast should be better this time because the tide is out, I think. But I'm just having a little look in here. I'll turn around in a minute. Lots of wild garlic. Should be some bluebells dotted about as well. I'm sure there's some over this direction. I'm just having a look at the shot. I'll maybe come back to this later on when the sun's back, when the sun is round a little bit more. There's maybe a shot here potentially with the wild garlic. I've got a couple of interesting lenses with me. A Helios 58mm M44 mount, and then there's a Pentax, I can't remember the exact name of it, a Zahi 135mm, probably a portrait lens. But I've got adapters for the GFX and for my little XE1 I bought them mainly for the medium format. I think there's a shot here at the moment. Maybe the light will get better later as the sun comes down this way. Well, like the last time I was here, the weather's closing in, coming in from the northeast. I guess this was a boundary wall. That's Hopetoun House, away. Probably even can't see it. Yeah, it's behind that hill over there. Yeah, I guess this is a boundary wall protecting unwanted visitors coming out the Forth estuary back in the day, hundreds of years ago. Right, we'll just wait till this squall goes past. Remember, I was along this coast the last time I was here. I got these fantastic shots of the rainbow. That's what I'm shooting with at the moment. I've got 58mm Helios under my arm. I'm going to put that on. The bokeh in that lens is incredible. In fact, I'm going to try this lens wide open as well and see what the bokeh is like before I swap it over. Very much just finding my feet with this lens and the other lens. This is a Helios 58mm. So I took a shot there at this scene here. Nothing spectacular, just a nice scene. F2 wide open, 4,000th of a second, F8 and F16. Just want to see how the lens performs. Right, we're going to shoot along the coast, boom, that way. And once the sun goes down a bit, we'll jink up into the trees. Well, pretty uninspiring so far. Although I quite like that shot. I'm quite enjoying the seaweed and the grey boulders. So if this one turns out, I'll show you that now. It's I'm actually shooting this at F16, 30th of a second. And this wee bad boy. You know, this lens was only £32, and the other one I'm shooting with, I'm sure was about £40. Look at the value you get with these old vintage lenses. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Helicopter somewhere. The sky's getting nicer now. Right, there's this helicopter. Yeah, that's us, yeah. Right, same shot. I've not moved the tripod. That's a 135. Oh, yeah, bugger. That one was at f16, 30 for a second, and the 135. Okay, wide open. Right, one last shot of the castle with this dreamy lens. Just F8, just put it down quite low, as much detail in the foreground as possible. And then I'm going to try one wide open as well. F2, 12, 50, 50 per second. You very rarely see anybody else down here. There's a cycle path along here. It's the John Muir Way, it's called. Remember that wreck from the last video? It was just peeking out of the water. I've just been taking some images of that. Hopefully they come out okay. Both lenses. That's me back in the woods, hoping I'm going to get a wee bit of light. It's about 5 to 7, yeah, it's 7 o'clock I think actually. So a wee bit of golden light in the woods would be nice. Anyway, I'm having a cheeky cup of coffee. I'm going to put that wide lens back on, that camera, or wide air lens. What was it, 58mm? The 58mm Helios. So I had a good session on the beach. Like I say, I came down here, I've been down here a few times before. I just want to try these lenses out before going into Edinburgh and doing some street photography with that Helios lens, some zone focusing. Yeah, so we'll see how these pictures turn out. Anyway, I'm going to finish this coffee and try and pick out a few images in here. But the looks of the light, it's kind of getting cloudy and I don't think it's going to materialise. F2, ISO 400, ISO 400, 250th of a second. I've been taking a few of these images wide open. Bluebells there looking back at the bridge, etc. You gorgeous people, that's me heading home. There's lots of stuff to be photographing here, but I need to go. I've been out for about 4 hours. I think my dinner will be cold. So that was me experimenting with these two new vintage lenses. No screw-on type. Fantastic fun. I hope these images actually turned out okay. I hope you've enjoyed what I've been up to today, and hopefully it gives you inspiration to go and try something like that yourself. Any modern camera, just buy an adapter, pick up these lenses. Oh, fantastic lenses. I mean, I bought those two lenses and two adapters because I bought an adapter for my XE1 as well. So, two lenses, two adapters, about £120. Who needs to spend thousands? You know what the price of the native lenses are for these medium format Fujifilm cameras. They're mental money. Right, I maybe end up buying one or two over time, but I always intended to get into the vintage lenses when I bought this camera. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you do anything like this yourself. Give me any tips or give me any tips and lenses to look out for that you use. I'll try and get a hold of one or two different lenses. Get a wee collection. I could spend hours in here. It's going to be dark in about an hour. The sun is still quite high, but I'm sure it's only about half an hour away from sunset. Anyway, I better get home. Thanks for your support. Remember, leave comments and all that good stuff. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, people. Thank you.